Gary, I know that you were looking forward to getting back into the dugout again. First game in charge of Oxford United and 3 points. There's not many better ways to start.
No, went pretty well, didn't it, to start with? I think when you come in, when you've worked for probably a couple of days and you're hoping that some of the ideas, I said to the players, listen, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just try your best to execute some of the ideas. I thought some of the football we played was really good, and then a couple of times we get a little bit bogged down, maybe just couldn't quite find those last moments, those last actions to get us into the areas we wanted to. I thought the same off the ball. I thought Cardiff's shape made it a little bit of a challenge to go and put as much pressure on as we'd like to do. So again, we had to try and find that balance. But yeah, the game's sometimes imperfect, isn't it? It's a game of chaos that you want to try and make sure you come out on the right side of. And I thought there were lots of things we did really well, including 3 very good goals.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you said that you can't control out on a football pitch. One thing that the players can is their work rate and their endeavour. How pleased were you with what you saw in that sense, and how important will that be? Yeah,
I would say up until about 75, 80 minutes, really, really pleased, really pleased. I told the players afterwards that, you know, when you've worked so hard to get 3-0 up, what you can't do is you can't give an opportunity for a team to come back in. And I think had there been a little bit more time to play, maybe there'd have been some even more nervous moments at the end. But I think that sometimes that's down to maybe when you haven't won for a while. Sometimes that's down to nobody wants to make a mistake. And what you then do is you start playing with a little bit of fear. And I thought that was a good bit about the first 80 minutes. I think there was lots of parts of it where we were relaxed and we played some really fluid sort of football to get into good positions. So yeah, pleased with that. Pleased, I think, when you play with that energy, I think the crowd recognised that, and I thought the crowd got behind the team as well. And again, second half, you know, again, it was that kind of good feeling in the stadium, and everyone seemed to enjoy those moments, didn't they?
3 different goal scorers, 3 very different types of goals as well. Again, how pleasing is it from that aspect to see the team be able to score different types of goals like they did?
Yeah, really good. I think we have to find different ways to go and open games up, and different ways to go and get our first and second goal. I was pleased for Mark. I thought that, you know, his work rate off the ball, I think his pressing, I think a lot of his play was so good that you almost felt he deserved the goal. Sometimes when strikers are like that, when they're so unselfish, they don't always get the opportunities themselves. But I think it was Shemi, good play down there. I'm not sure it was Longy and Shemi that combined really well.
And Shemi, yeah.
Yeah, so Will and Shemi. So all of a sudden, you know, you get into those good positions, good ball in, and he gets one of those goals you dream about as a striker. But you've got to be in there in the right time, the right place. And second goal was a well-worked set piece. Again, the lads have had autonomy to do that. That's what they're good at. That's what they need to do. And it's up to us also to come in and let them continue the good work they're doing. And then the third goal, of course, I mean, we've worked on that all week. Shemi cutting inside and scoring in the top corner from 35 yards. I've had a huge effect on that. Because that's the confidence in players, isn't it? That's what you want them to feel, that little bit more confident to try those things. And I said it to them before the game, you know, try and be brave. Just, you know, I'll take the mistakes. If you make mistakes trying to do the right thing, that's my fault, because I'm asking you to do it. So, and hopefully what we can do is build a little bit more freedom into some of the performances.
I know you spoke before the game about being excited about being back in the dugout. It certainly puts you through it, doesn't it, when you're back out here?
I think there was one moment in there for what on earth have I done to myself? Yeah, it was a typical type of championship game, wasn't it? But you know, you feel like you're comfortable for a second. But I've been, you know, I always say it to the bench, I will never ever relax in a game of football. I've been involved in games, I think, where we were 5-2 up and lost 6-5 back in my sort of League 2 days as an assistant. So I think you have to do the right things. And I said that to the players, and that was probably the only thing that I would be critical of them, and the only thing that I said to them afterwards, you know, that's when you're 3-0 up, I don't want to concede a goal. I don't care. If we're going to score 4 or 5, fantastic, but I don't want it to be to the detriment of the work that we're doing. So you have to work a little bit harder to go and protect those moments, and you know, they're the things we'll try and improve, and they're the things we'll hope. I hope I've got that problem again where we're 3-0 up, and it's about what we do after that.
And finally, we go again here in just 3 days' time, another big game against Plymouth.
Yeah, they're all big games. I think when you're in the position we're in, they're all big games. It's nice to tick that first 3 points off. It's nice to do that at home, but you know, I'm not the sort of person that will rest for very long about that. You know, it's about now taking the good bits out of it, showing the players in the morning, showing the players that things that we can do well, and trying to go again and put a big performance in again, because they don't. None of the games in this division are easy. Everyone's got quality. Every manager's a good manager. We've got to go and do the right things.
Perfect, Gary. Well, congratulations, your first one.
Fabulous, thank you.